plugged it in the wrong hole. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Billets against the Aces here, first game of the day, as Ty Glastetter will draw a leadoff walk as we get this one underway just a few minutes early. Hopefully that is a good sign. So that'll bring up Guzman, as that one is in the dirt and gets away from the catcher. A runner at second now with nobody out, a 1-0 count. Botts on the mound for the Billets, as that one is high for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. We get time call. They're going to go out, talk to his pitcher. As he's got 6 balls to just the 1 strike here to start off the ball game. So not quite in control here yet for Botts. As his team, they won yesterday, trying to get another one. And the 2-0 is foul down the first base line. 2 balls, 1 strike. This one's popped up over towards the first base side, as Elijah Beebe will make the play. 1 away. So 1 down here, top of the first, and that will bring up Rocky Berger. Berger, the first baseman. First pitch is popped up out towards the left center, and the center fielder will call for it. Hargis will put it away for out number 2. And that will bring up Jordan Burnett, the designated hitter. So Burnett, the DH, and the next hitter, Braden Newman, is the EH, as that one's in the dirt. Throw down to third, and he is safe as he'll steal third base. It's a 1-0 count. Botts will look at the runner as he comes set. The 1-0 is in the dirt for ball 2, 2-0. So defensively for the Billets, out in left field is Calvin Petrie. In center, Wes Hargis. In right, Noah Vogel. That one is in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. On the infield, Jacob Mahoney at third, Yadiel Alvarado at short, Atticus Miller at second, Elijah Beebe at first. Jordan Curtis behind the plate, and Keegan Botts on the mound. The 2-1 pitch hit back up the middle, and that's going to get through into center field for an RBI single. And the Aces take a 1-0 lead here in the first. So that'll bring up Braden Newman. Short lead. We get time called by Newman. The umpire out on the field rubbing his foot over the rubber. I don't know if he was something stuck, dirt, rubber. I don't know. Wouldn't it be dirt because there's no dirt on the field. It's all turf here at Cape Central. As that one is called a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. That one's going to bounce up, get away, back to the backstop as Curtis couldn't find it. It bounced up so high that he lost it, and he had to turn around, spin around, try to find it as Burnett will take second. So a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs and a 1-1 count. As this one is going to be a base hit out into right center. It's going to roll back towards the fence, so he'll get multiple bases out of this one. He is chugging down to second base. He's going to round it and head for third. And the throw is off the glove of the cutoff man, so it'll be a triple, an RBI triple for Braden Newman. And it's 2-0 Aces. So that'll bring the catcher, Quentin Whistler, to the plate. As we get time called. Somebody called it. It's Whistler, the catcher. It's Glastetter, Guzman, Berger, Burnett, Newman, Whistler, Huckstep, Johnson, Glastetter, and Unterreiner, as that one is caught by the third baseman to end the top half of the first. The Aces get 2 on 2 hits, and they'll leave a runner stranded at third. We'll be back for the bottom of the first after this. Bottom of the first, leading off will be Yadiel Alvarado for the Billets. First pitch to Alvarado is a strike. No balls, one strike here as Alvarado leads it off. He'll be followed by the pitcher, Keegan Botts. And that one is called a strike on the inside corner, 0-2. Batting third will be Lucas Teal. Batting fourth, the third baseman, Jacob Mahoney. Batting fifth, left fielder, Calvin Petrie. The 0-2 pitch is a ground ball over to third. And he slipped, I think, coming out of the box. They'll throw to first, and they'll get him at first for out number one. So one away for Keegan Botts. First pitch in there for a strike to Keegan Botts, the pitcher for the Billets. Pitcher-pitcher matchup here as Diger on the mound for the Aces, as that one's in there for strike two. Kyle Diger. Defensively for the Aces, left fielder Austin Unterreiner. Center field, Braylon Huckstep, Carter Johnson, and right. On the infield, Callan Glastetter. That one will miss low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ty Glastetter at short, Carter Guzman at second, Rocky Berger at first. Behind the plate, Quentin Whistler, and on the mound, Kyle Diger. And the 1-2 will bounce for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Alvarado led it off, the shortstop. Keaton Botts, the pitcher at the plate. Lucas Teal in the on-deck circle. Batting fourth, third baseman Jacob Mahoney. Batting fifth, left fielder Calvin Petrie. Batting sixth, the catcher Jordan Curtis, as that is called strike 3. And he will strike out looking for out number 2. Jordan Curtis batting 6th, batting 7th, the right fielder Noah Vogel. Batting 8th, first baseman Elijah Beebe. Batting 9th, the second baseman Atticus Miller. And batting 10th, the center fielder Wes Hargis. This one is a chopper out towards short, picked up by Ty Glastetter. Throw to first, and they got him. And a quick 1-2-3 inning with 2 strikeouts for Diger will send us to the second. No score for the Billets as they get no runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. It's 2-0. We'll be back after this. Top of the second, first pitch, swinging, and it's a base hit down the left field line as Huckstep steps in, and he's going to try to stretch this into a double. The throw to second is in time as he started his slide a little too early and got thrown out at second base. So he'll get a base hit, but he'll get thrown out at second. So Huckstep may have had it. He just started that slide a little too early and didn't have enough behind it as he kind of got stuck there right before the bag. He would have had it had he slid just a little bit later. That one's up the middle and just past the diving shortstop Alvarado. And it'll be a runner on first with 1 away for Kellen Glastetter. So 2 pitches here in the inning. Both pitches swung on 2 base hits, but 1 out as he tried to stretch a single into a double. And this time, first pitch, he'll take it for strike 1. A nice breaking ball by Botts is in there for strike 1. That one is in the dirt for ball 1, 1-1. Runner goes. That one is in there for a strike, and Curtis was ready to throw just a little too soon as he started his motion to throw for second, but he ends up dropping the ball. So runner at second with a 1-2 count to Glastetter. The 1-2, strike 3 called, and he will strike out looking for out number 2. And that will bring Austin Unterreiner to the plate. 2 outs as Botts looks over to the dugout for the sign. Make sure the coach wasn't giving the infielders any kind of positioning placements, as that one misses for ball 1. Botts will check the runner at second. The 1-0 is a little high for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. That one misses high for ball 3. 3-0 count. Top of the lineup on deck in Ty Glastetter. The 3-0 pitch is in there for a strike as he takes one on a 3-0. The 3-1 pitch will miss outside for ball 4. So runners at first and second with 2 away. And Ty Glastetter, he walked in his first at bat. Botts will come set as he looks back at second base. And that one is swung on and missed for strike 1. One looked like it might have been a little nasty. That one's high for ball 1, 1-1. So Glastetter has 2 hits so far in this tournament. The 1-1 is high and inside. Throw down to first, and they've got him caught between first and second. And now they have no choice but to throw over to third. Now they're going to throw back to first. That was a bad idea, as now everyone is safe. Runners at first and third. It's a 2-1 count. As he started to take off for second, got caught between first and second. They threw over to third, and Mahoney decided to throw back to first instead of chasing the runner coming to him back to second. And so when he threw to first, the first baseman was not near enough to the bag to make a tag as he got back in time, and the runners are all safe at the corners, first and third. 2 balls, 1 strike here to Glastetter. So we'll see if Unterreiner takes off. He does. That one is fouled off. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. So a 2-2 count. As Glastetter steps back into the box. And we're going to step off. We got time called. Two umpires are going to get together, talk about it. So they thought the thought was that he had balked at some point, but the field umpire did not call it. They talked about it. No call, so the runners will stay first and third. 2-on, 2-out throw over to third. He's back safely. As it was more or less to try to see if Unterreiner over at first was going to take off on the throw to third, because Mahoney not holding the runner on at third. Was well off the bag, ready to throw in case they had someone to pick off. That's going to be a foul ball, and it'll one hop out over the fence. So it'll stay 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. The Billets from Branson, Missouri. The Aces from right here in Cape Girardeau, as this is a pop fly into foul territory, and he will make the catch to end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second as the Aces threaten, but they do not score. It remains 2-0. Bottom of the second here as Jacob Mahoney will lead it off. Mahoney was 2 for 4 yesterday, 2 runs and an RBI, or 2 runs scored and an RBI. Batting .500 here in the tournament. That one's high as he shows bunt, pulls back as that one came right up towards him. And he has to duck down, hit the deck. The 1-0 is outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch from Tiger. Misses for ball 3. 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes. The 3-0 pitch. He's in there for a strike, 3-1. Obviously taken on a 3-0 count. And the 3-1, that's high and inside for ball 4. So a leadoff walk We'll put the first base runner on for the Billets here in this one. Mahoney over at first. Calvin Petrie at the plate. First pitch misses for ball one, 1-0. Petrie was 2 for 4 as well yesterday. He had a run scored, but he had 3 RBIs in that win. As that one is missed on the bunt attempt, throw down to second, and they got him in plenty of time for out number 1. They tried to bunt him around, and the bunt attempt missed. And they'll get Mahoney trying to steal. 1 away. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Calvin Petrie at the plate. That one is low for ball 2, 2-1. The 2-1 is called a strike on the inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Way on the inside corner. That's going to be a foul ball as he just gets a piece of that one to stay alive. Calvin Petrie. The base is empty here, 1 away. 2-0, Aces leading. Of course he did. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and that is out number 2. So 2 down here in the bottom of the second. Jordan Curtis. He was 2 for 2 yesterday with 4 plate appearances, 3 runs scored, an RBI. He was walked twice. He's batting 1,000 here on the weekend. First pitch to him is fouled out of play down the first base line. The 0-1 from Diger, grounded out towards short, picked up, throw to first, and it gets away from the first baseman. So Curtis will reach first on the error. So a runner on. As unfortunately that will ruin his 1,000 batting average. Is the error costs him a hit, so he is 0 for 1 on the day. As Diger will come set, and the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. Diger peeks over his shoulder. He'll throw over to first, and back safely is Curtis. Well, I should say the courtesy runner for Curtis, with Curtis being the catcher. I have someone run for him, and a ground ball in the hole as the shortstop Glastetter broke for second on the steal attempt by the Billets. So it'll be runners at first and second as that hole opened up for for the base hit right up the left side. So runner on first and second, as that's the first hit of the ball game for the Billets. Well, that was still Curtis. Now we're going to get a runner for him. For some reason, I thought Curtis was taller than that. So Calvin Petrie's going to run. Okay, that's what I thought. They're going to have someone else run as Petrie is already in the lineup. And they're going to have Dane Stipp run. So Stipp will run at second base. Vogel over at first. And Elijah Beebe at the plate. Beebe was 1 for 2 with 2 runs and 2 RBI yesterday as the first pitch is low for ball 1. And that one will run up and in and get him near the back, so the bases will be loaded here with 2 outs. And Atticus Miller steps to the plate. We'll welcome everyone in here to the second day, game 1 of day 2, as the Aces and the Billets going head-to-head. The Aces leading 2-1 right now. That one's in there for a strike. With the bases loaded here, 2 away, Atticus Miller at the plate. You know, we've got quite a few people watching, tuning in from Branson area. This is a ground ball over to third, and it's misplayed by the third baseman and then misplayed by Glastetter as he tried to pick it up and throw before he had a hold of the ball. And a run will score, and it's 2-1. So 2-1 as Miller reaches base, and Alvarado will step in here as the first pitch to him is in there for a strike. That one is in there for strike 2. Oh, sorry, this is Wes Hargis. Forgot that there was a 10th hitter. So it's an 0-2 count here with the bases loaded. Hargis, the center fielder. He was 0 for 2 yesterday. He didn't have a run scored. He was walked twice. 4 plate appearances. And the 0-2 pitch is called strike 3, and that will end the second. We'll go to the third. It's 2-1, Aces lead. We'll be back after this. Top of the third. 2-1 Aces lead back on the mound. Keegan Botts. As Carter Guzman will step in. He flew out in his first at bat. Guzman will swing and miss for strike one. First pitch swinging. That one is in there for a strike. 0-2. Just got the outside corner. Botts will come set the 0-2 pitch. The chopper out towards short. Picked up by Alvarado. Throw across. Got him at first. One away. Nice play there by Alvarado as he kind of had a bit of a jump throw there over to first. Get a little extra behind it just to make sure. That'll bring up Rocky Berger 0 for 1 with a fly out, the first baseman. Base is empty, one away. First pitch is in there for a strike. No balls, one strike here to Berger. Botts, I got him at 39. 23 of those are strikes as this one's popped up high on the infield. Shortstop Alvarado will call for it, make the catch, 2 away. Two down for Jordan Burnett, the designated hitter. Botts will come set. First pitch to Burnett. Fouled back into the backstop. 0-1. Burnett's 1 for 1 with a single. Aces with 2 runs on 4 hits. Billets with 1 run on 1 hit. This one will be lifted into the air out to shallow right center and backing up, making the catch, Atticus Miller. As he's running backwards, is able to haul it in for out number 3. So we'll go to the bottom of the third. It's still 2-1 Aces. Due up for the Billets will be the top of the lineup. Alvarado, Botts, and Teal when we come back. Bottom of the third as Yadiel Alvarado will lead it off here for the Billets. Grounded out in his first at bat. He's going to show bunt here right off the bat. Pulls back as it's in there for a strike. It's Callan Glastetter comes charging in from third. The 0-1. Alvarado not showing bunt this time as that one is low and inside for ball one, 1-1. That one is high and inside. Ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike. Alvarado batting .333 on the weekend after that first at bat here today. And the 2-1 pitch is outside for ball 3. 3-1. Three-one pitch is called. Strike 2, full count. Three balls, 2 strikes. Diger will come set. Now the 3-2 is high and outside for ball 4. So a leadoff walk for Alvarado. Brings the pitcher Keegan Botts to the plate. Struck out looking in his first at bat. He's going to try to help himself out here as he's the pitcher for the Billets. As that one is called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Nice little fastball there by Diger. Spots looks to the dugout. The 0-1 ground ball out towards second. He'll at least move the runner over. Throw to first, gets away. And it's going to hit in front of the dugout, and the runner will go from second to third. And it's runners at the corners with nobody out. So the tying run over at third base, go ahead run at first, and Lucas Teal stepping in. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out. And that one is low and inside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes, as Teal will show bunt. And he'll pull back as that one's high and inside. Throw down to first. It would have been in time, but the tag wasn't applied. Throw over to third is too high, and it's going to go to the fence. And Alvarado will score from third, and the runner will advance up to second. And it's 2-2. So runner on second, and the game is now tied. The go-ahead run in scoring position. Teal shows bunt again, pulls back. It's in there for a strike. 1-1. No pitch. Take that back. He called a balk. So we'll get time called as Coach Cavness will come out, have a mound visit, and talk to his infield as he lets him know, don't throw it if you don't have the play. As that one got away to score the tying run. So he mostly goes out there just to calm down his infield. We've had a couple errors here in this inning. That one is in the dirt for ball 2, I think. I couldn't see his other hand. It's something Mano, that's for sure. That one will go up over his head. And that is ball 4. So runner on first and third with nobody out. As Mahoney will step in. He walked in his first at bat, and he'll swing and miss at that one for strike 1. That one is high and inside for ball 1. Throw down to second, and it's not quite strong enough as Glasstetter will come make the catch to keep the runner at third. As Teal will take second base. So 2 runners in scoring position now for Mahoney. And Mahoney will foul this one off down the first base line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Got an arm in the bullpen for the Aces as that one is low and outside for ball 2. It'll even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch is popped up out towards center, and a nice catch by the center fielder, Huckstep. And the throw to second, they're going to say he was off the bag. So they get 1. And the runners will stay put at second and third. As Huckstep came in, he made the catch and stumbled as he made the catch. Ended up landing on his backside. Almost was able to get the runner at second. But the 2 runners stay at second and third. 1 away for Calvin Petrie. Petrie struck out in his first at bat. He's going to show bunt, pulls back as it misses for ball 1. 1 out, 2 on. See if Petrie shows bunt again or if he was just trying to pull the infield in. He does show bunt. He lays this one down, back out toward the mound. They'll look him back. Throw to first. They got him there. And no, they didn't. It got away from Berger. The run will score. Or not Berger, from Guzman. And a run will score, and it's 3-2 Billets with runners at first and third. So runners at the corners once again with 1 away. And Jordan Curtis at the plate, 0 for 1 with he reached on an error. And he's going to show bunt, pops that one back to the netting. Petrie was off with the pitch. So 3-2, the Billets have taken the lead now. They scored 2 runs here in this inning. Runner goes again with the pitch. That one's fouled off again. 0-2. The 0-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3, and that's 2 away. So a big second out there for Diger. As Vogel will step in. Noah Vogel singled in his first at bat. And a throw over to first. He's back safely. Got that big secondary lead right there. He kind of tried to act like he was stealing right away to try to get the pitcher to balk. And there he goes on the pitch. That one is inside. Throw down to second. is in time as they'll get him at second base for the third out. So we'll go to the fourth, and the Billets lead 3-2. We'll be back after this. Top of the fourth, Keegan Botts back on the mound for the Billets. They now lead 3-2. But Braden Newman steps in. He's 1 for 1 with a triple. And we're ready to go now. Botts comes set. First pitch. Misses inside for ball one. 1-0. So all turf field here at Cape Central High School here in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. As a lot of schools are going into that direction. So that one's in there for a strike, 1-1. It's a lot easier, I think, on schools as well. I mean, obviously it costs quite a bit to get it put in, but once it's put in, that one will miss for ball two, 2-1. It's easier for the schools to maintain. You don't have to worry about coming out and mowing or relining. You know, you save money on chalk, obviously gas for the lawnmowers. Rainouts very rarely happen unless it's just completely storming, as that one is low for ball three. So I call games on the radio for Cape Central High School, and we've had baseball games actually saved because of this turf. We've just moved it here, and the Tigers, they will play as the road team as that one's hit back up the middle. That'll get through for a base hit. So we lead off single for Newman. He's now has a single and a triple. 2 for 2. Quentin Whistler will step in, the catcher. He's 0 for 1 of the fly out. So a lot of the schools, like in the St. Louis area around here, they've moved to the turf fields. Colleges are starting to move to turf fields. You know, some of the ones that obviously stick out the most, SEMO, Southeast Missouri State here in Cape, they have turf. I know Tennessee and Knoxville, they have turf. Vanderbilt has turf. Some of the minor league teams have moved into turf. That one's popped up high on the infield, and Alvarado will call for it. He'll make the catch for out number 1. You know, I think the other thing is, too, I think, as far as I remember, there were minor league teams started with the turf before it actually even got to the high school level and college level. So a lot of those teams, the Florida State League for minor leagues, they had to put in the turf, obviously, because it rains a lot in Florida. But it doesn't rain enough all day to really mess with it, but just enough to where it could have messed up a game, as that one misses for ball 1. So they put in turf to a lot of those fields. So I know a lot of people, purists, don't like the turf, but I mean, if it helps, you get used to it. Ball 2, you get used to it in the high school level, and obviously with these guys, the junior high level up to high school, to college, to the minors, the only thing you got to get used to again is that if you make it to the majors, you're back to grass. For now, I don't know how long that'll last. You never know. Some of these teams may start to try to put in at least turf without the grass. That's a pop fly out into right field, and that one will be put away for out number 2. So Newman still over there at first with 2 outs. You know, back in the old days before they had this kind of turf, they had that AstroTurf, which was just basically green concrete. There was no give to that at all, which I'm surprised a lot of those guys didn't blow out knees, as that one's in there for a ball, 1-0. Especially Ozzie Smith for the Cardinals running around doing backflips on that stuff. Holy cow. That could not have felt good every time. Maybe that's why he only did it once a game. Little chopper back to the mound, picked up by Botts. He'll throw to first, and they'll get him at first to end the top of the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still 3-2. We'll be back after this. Bottom of the 4th, first pitch swinging is Vogel, and they'll throw to first, and they'll get him at first base. There's a nice play there by the Aces on defense. Picking that one up, throwing it into first base to get the out, 1 away. And that's going to bring up Elijah Beebe. He was hit by a pitch in his first at bat. This one is first pitch swinging as well, but he'll foul that one back and out of play. 0-1. So Diger back on the mound with 56 pitches now, as they do have another arm up in the bullpen, stretching, warming up. Not quite throwing from the rubber yet, so he's just getting loose as that one's in the dirt for ball 1. 1-1. 57 for Diger. 53 for Botts. Now when he's called, strike 2 on the outside corner, 1-2, sorry. 1-2 is grounded up the middle, grabbed by the shortstop. Bad throw over to first base. It'll stay in play, and the runner will stay at first. As Glastetter stumbled as he tried to throw over to first base, lost his footing. And the result, just the ball just got away from him. It's going to be a tough throw no matter what. He was going to have to throw across his body, leaning towards home plate. He's able to get that runner, the runner was able to reach safely, and a good thing Whistler running down the line was able to back it up. And the runner will go as the ball dropped by Whistler, and he thought about going to third. There was no one covering, but he stays at second base. It's a 1-0 count. That one is in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. That one is in there for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch is inside, and that one got him right above the knee, and that one hurts a lot. It'll be runners at first and second as he took that one right above the knee. He's going to walk it off, though. I mean, the initial hit of the pitch is the worst part of it, as he starts to stretch it out, walk it down to first. As long as it doesn't hit that knee itself, should have enough muscle there above there to kind of soften the blow a bit. So 2 on with 1 out. Tiger will check the runner. And a nice bunt down the third base line. They're going to only have 1 play at first. Throw to first is in time, and it's going to be runners at second and third with 2 away. It was a bang-bang play over there at first base. A good throw by Callan Glassetter. Got him at first base for the second out. Runners at second and third. We go back to the top of the lineup. Yadiel Alvarado, who's grounded out and walked so far today. This one back to the mound. Grabbed by Tiger. He'll run towards first. Throw over. And that will end the 4th. We'll go to the 5th. It's still 3-2. Billets lead. We'll be back after this. Top of the fifth is first pitch from Botts is in the dirt for ball one. One ball, no strikes. Colin Glassstetter at the plate. Ball 2, 2-0. Glassstetter struck out looking in his first at bat. It's Glassstetter, Unterreiner, and then back to the top of the lineup for Ty Glassstetter. And that one is in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. This one is going to be a pop fly into right field, and it's going to be corralled by Noah Vogel, as he didn't have to go very far for that one. 1 away. Austin Unterreiner walked in his first at bat. First pitch is high up above his head for ball 1. Botts, I've got him at 58 pitches. He was going to send Glassstetter over to the other batter's box, but he forgot that it's a right-handed batter. The right-handed batter at the plate. So the 1-0 pitch is low and outside for ball 2. We're going to give him a break because he had some trouble yesterday with the heat. I'm surprised he's back today, but you know, some of these umpires, they've made the commitment. They're going to come back. So we'll give him a couple. The 3-0 is inside for ball 4. So runner on with 1 away for the top of the lineup, Ty Glassstetter. 0 for 1. He walked and flew out in his first at bat. And we'll get time called as the catcher Curtis calls it. He's going to head out to the mound, talk to his pitcher, and they'll be joined by Mahoney. So runner on with 1 away. Ty Glassstetter steps in as Botts will look in to get the sign. He'll check over to first base before he comes set. Short lead by Unterreiner. First pitch is fouled over to the third base side, and good grab by Coach Cavness. Even though after each inning we make an announcement, I made an announcement how many pitches his pitcher had, and then he comes over and he says, how many pitches does my pitcher have? Oh, I just told you. What are you doing? Pay attention, man. The 0-1 is high for ball 1, 1-1. And now it'll miss low for ball 2, 2-1. We've got the Billets and the Aces here, the 14U teams. And this is a foul ball down the third base line. It'll even up the count, 2-2. So the Billets in the Aces 14U C here at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. Mineral Area 14U and the Aces 14U H will play next. That one is high for ball 3, full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And then at 1 o'clock, Perfectos 16 under against the Thunder 16 under. Boonville 13 under against the Tribe 13U. And 5 o'clock, Boonville again. They'll play 2 in a row as that one is fouled down the third base line, but no play there by Coach Cavness. Yeah, he didn't try very hard for that one. To his credit, that was a hard hit ball. With no glove, I wouldn't even pretended to try. And that one will run in and get him as he'll head down to first base after getting hit by a pitch. Runners at first and second with one away as Ty Glastetter got hit, I think, in the back of the arm. That's probably a good, not a good spot, I should say. Not a good spot that'll cause your arm to go a little numb. You get it right on the bicep area, right up in the bicep, tricep area. Just that right spot. So we get time called. And we're going to get a pitching change here for the Billets. Looks like they're calling in the right fielder, Noah Vogel. And they'll send Bots out into right field, but he's telling somebody in the dugout, I need sunglasses. So we'll be back as Vogel warms up. So runners at first and second with one out. Noah Vogel at the plate. On the mound. Carter Guzman at the plate, as that one is in there for a strike. 0-1. Now moving the left fielder, Petrie, closer to the line. As that one is in there for a strike. Holy cow, what a breaking ball. That one just floated in and then dropped. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 runner goes. And a foul ball down the third base line. And that one, we will give Coach Cavanis an error on that one. He should have had that one. So no balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. Carter Guzman at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. And Tourn to second. Throw is off the glove, and it's going to get into center field as both runners are going to move up a base. And that one, the throw gets over the head of the second baseman and then gets past the pitcher, Vogel. But everyone will stay at second and third. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners now in scoring position. And the 0-2 will bounce in. It's going to get away. Here comes the tying run. Throw it to the plate. Is safe at home. So 1 ball, 2 strikes as both runners move up, and we are tied at 3. One ball, 2 strikes. It's 3-3 with a runner at third. And there's that breaking ball that's fouled off over to the first base dugout. One ball, 2 strikes. Vogel look in. And he'll come set. The 1-2 is popped up out towards left center, but the center fielder only a couple steps over makes the catch. The throw home to the plate is cut off, and the run will score on the sacrifice fly. And it's 4-3. The Aces take the lead back here in the top of the 5th. Rocky Berger, the first baseman, and he'll step in now 0-2 with 2 flyouts. Vogel will come set. The 1-2 pitch is called a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch is popped up and fouled back and out of play. We'll stay 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes as Vogel looks in. He'll get the sign, and now the 0-2 pitch. Yeah, that one's fouled back. And it's 0-2 still. So it's 4-3. Aces leading. They've scored 2 runs here in the 5th. They led 2-0 and then 2-1. As that one is swung on and missed for strike 3, and that will end the top half of the 5th. The Aces get 2 runs. Oops. They get 2 runs on no hits and error, and they leave the bases empty as we go to the bottom half of the 5th. Due up for the Billets will be the 2-3-4 hitters, Botts, Teal, Mahoney. We'll be back after this. Bottom of the fifth, as Diger heads back out to the mound. Keegan Botts is going to lead it off. He is 0 for 2 with a strikeout, and he reached on an error in his last at bat. The two umpires get together and talk about something. So it'll be Keegan Botts, Lucas Teal, Jacob Mahoney, and if any of them can get on, Calvin Petrie. So bottom of the fifth, a 4-3 game. The Aces scored 2 in the first, led 2-0. The Billets came up, got a run in the second. One's outside for ball 1. Made it 2-1 in the bottom of the third. The Billets scored 2 runs, took the lead 3-2. As that one misses outside for ball 2. And then in the top half of this inning, the Aces score 2 runs as this is a foul ball down the left field line. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Two one pitch. He is out. Nope. Okay, it is outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. He threw out that finger like almost like he was calling it a strike, but he did not. This one's back up the middle. That's going to get through into center field for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Keegan Botts will bring up the extra hitter, Lucas Teal. Teal is 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat and then walked in his second plate appearance. And the first pitch is in the dirt. That's going to get away from Whistler as the runner will advance to second. One ball, no strikes here to Lucas Teal. This is a ground ball out towards third. They'll look the runner back, throw to first. They got him at first. And the runner will advance over to third. So 1 away with a tying run at third base. And now the coach for the Billets, Coach Miller, say something to the home plate umpire. First pitch is high and inside as Mahoney will duck underneath that one for ball 1. Mahoney's 0 for 1 of the walk and a fly out. He's had quite a few pitches come close as in his first walk. He had a duck under a couple. That one's in there for a strike. He showed bunt but pulled back. That was pitch number 73 for Diger. That one is swung on and missed for strike 2. We get time called, and I think we're going to get a pitching change here. So that will do it for Diger. He'll come out, and we'll get a new pitcher for the Aces. We'll be back. So bottom of the fifth, the new pitcher, Dalton Tucker, for the Aces, as this one is fouled back out of play. It's a 1-2 count here to Jacob Mahoney. As Tucker comes in and inherits a runner on third and a batter with a 1-2 count. And the 1-2 is swung on and missed for strike three. And that is out number two. So the strikeout goes to Vogel. All he had to do was throw two pitches, get one strike. And he has a strikeout now on the day as Petrie will step in. That one is swung on and missed for strike one. And that runner on third is the tying run here in the bottom of the fifth. Tucker will come set. The 0-1 is high and inside, up by the eyeballs, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is in there for strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one is off the end of the bat, but it's a foul ball. So he'll get another chance here, 1-2. Petrie's 0 for 2. He struck out swinging in his first at bat, reached on an error in his second at bat. Petrie, that was strikeout in the second and then reached on the error back in the third. And that one got a piece. I think they're going to try to see maybe if the field umpire had a better view. No? So right now it's runners at first and second. Or sorry, first and third. I think he's wanting to know if maybe he offered. Yeah, I don't think he offered. I don't think he went far enough around for it to be considered a strike. No, still talking about it. So runners at first and third right now. Botts at third, Petrie at first. Jordan Curtis is at the plate. He is 0 for 2. He reached on an error in his first at bat and then struck out in his second at bat. So runners will be at first and third. Runners at the corners. Showing bunt, pulls back as that one gets away as Whistler not in a big hurry to pick that one up as they're going to let that runner take second base anyway. You don't want to try to throw down to second and cause that runner at third to score easily to tie the game back up. We are at a 4-3 lead right now for the Aces as that one is high for ball 2-0. Aces took the lead in the top of the fifth, scoring 2 runs. They have 4 runs on 5 hits. The Billets have 3 runs on 2 hits. And we get a balk called, and that will score the run anyway. So 2 balls, no strikes, and a runner at third, and we are tied at 4. After the balk by Dalton Tucker. He's going to show bunt. Pulls back as that one is in there for a strike, 2-1. Glastetter come charging in. That's not Glastetter. The 2-1 is outside for ball 3, 3-1. Find out who that is over there at third base. That one is high over the head as he ducks underneath it for ball 4. And it's runners at first and third again with 2 outs. So that's Newman over there at third base. And we'll get a courtesy runner for Curtis. Dane Stipp will come in and run once again as that one's fouled up. Nope, that one's in play, and the catch will be made by the first baseman, Berger, to end the inning. So we will go to the 6th. It's 4-4. Due up for the Aces, Jordan Burnett, Braden Newman, and Quentin Whistler. We'll be back after this. So top of the 6th, game tied 4-4 here as Jordan Burnett will lead it off. It'll be Burnett, Newman, Whistler for the Aces. So Burnett steps in here as Noah Vogel back on the mound. First pitch, and there for a strike. What is that, an ephus pitch? What is he throwing? The 0-1 is popped up, fouled back, and out of play. 0-2. Here's the thing, you get, these hitters can get used to this pitch, and then the Billets can bring in someone who throws hard, and that's strike 3 called for out number 1. You bring in someone who throws hard again right after this, and it's not going to be pretty because they'll be used to this slow pitcher, the slower pitcher. So Vogel with a strikeout here in the 6th. That one is low and outside for ball 1. Vogel 2 total strikeouts as Newman's 2 for 2 with a single and a triple. Double and a homer away from the cycle. That one's going to be hit out into center field, and he's only going to get a single out of that one. So runner on first with 1 away. Braden Newman 3 for 3. Quentin Whistler, the right-handed batter, 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts, as that one is low and outside for ball 1. And that one is low for ball 2, 2-0. Pitch is called a strike, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two 2-1 pitch. Popped up, hit hard out towards left field, back towards the fence. It's going to one-hop the fence, and it'll be a ground rule double. So runners at second and third, and Whistler probably wishes he either hit it harder or softer, as that would have been the go-ahead run and RBI there, but with it bouncing over the fence, he'll have to keep the runner at third, and that'll be it for Vogel. We're going to get a new pitcher for the Billets. We'll be back after this. pitcher for the Billets is Yadiel Alvarado. He'll come in to pitch. Elijah Beebe goes to third. Lucas Teal goes to first. Keegan Botts goes to short. And Dane Stipp goes to right. So we had a lot of changes there in this situation. Runner at third, second and third, with one away. And Huckstep at the plate. Braylon Huckstep. He is 1 for 2, a single and a fly out. First pitch is chopped down the line, and it's going to roll foul. Oh. No balls, 1 strike as we are tied at 4 once again. And 2 runners in scoring position. And time called by Huckstep. So 2 on, 1 out, no balls, 1 strike to Hextop. And that was a foul tip. No balls, 2 strikes here once again. So no 2 count. And this one's lifted into the air to center field. Tagging, and it goes over the head, and he doesn't have to tag. 1 run is going to score. It's going to be at least a double. It will be a double. Here comes another. The throw home is high. Going to third. They'll throw to third, and they got him at third base as he tried to take an extra base with the throw home. So it's 6-4 Aces as Huckstep gets thrown out, trying to take third base on the throw home. So 2 down, and base is empty. That one is high and inside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes, and the 1-0 pitch is called a strike on the inside corner, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, that's high and inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bug keep flying around the camera. And when he's in there for a strike, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 count. A high pop fly into foul territory. That's going to get out of play. So it'll stay 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2, that misses high for ball 3. Full count here. And that one's going to get away for ball 4, so a runner on first with 2 down. And that'll bring up Callan Glassstetter, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. And I think we're going to get a runner at first. For Carter Johnson. That one's popped up, fouled back out of play. Oops. 0-1. Not 1-0. No balls, one strike. The 0-1 is fouled off as the runner took off with the pitch. No balls, two strikes. We'll have to head back to first. The 0-2 pitch is outside for ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Glastetter is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. He's got a runner at first with 2 away. Top of the 6th. 2 runs have scored here for the Aces. They lead it 6-4 now. Runner goes. That one's high. Throw down to second is off target. Nobody there. He was hoping that he could get somebody would get there when he threw it down to second. The runner is safe at second. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that will end the top half of the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 6-4, and it's Beebe, Miller, and Hargis due up for the Billets when we come back. Bottom of the sixth, it's a 6-4 ball game. The Aces lead by 2. They scored 2 runs in the top half of the inning. He's leading things off will be Elijah Beebe. He was hit by a pitch and then reached on an error in his last at bat. Is back on the mound, Dalton Tucker. First pitch is fouled back. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike here with the bases empty. Bottom of the sixth. And time called by Beebe. That one is in the dirt. For ball 1. Sorry, it should be 1-1. Yep, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch is in the dirt outside in the other batter's box for ball 2, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch is inside. Ball 3, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. And time called is Tucker will step off the rubber. That one is in the dirt for ball 4. Leadoff walk for Elijah Beebe. We'll bring up Atticus Miller. Miller 0 for 1 with he reached on an error and he was hit by a pitch in his last at bat, as that one is in there for a strike called. 0-1. So 1 on with nobody out. That one's fouled back. 0-2. The ball's 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes as Tucker will come set. The 0-2 is high for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Saying something to the home plate umpire. I guess he thinks he's maybe not coming completely set. I don't know. The 1-2 pitch is in the dirt for ball 2, 2-2. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 on, nobody out. In the bottom of the 6th, a 2-run game. The 2-2 swung on and missed for strike 3, 1 away. So 1 on, 1 out for Wes Hargis. Hargis 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Tucker comes set, looks over his shoulder. First pitch to Hargis is a strike called. No balls, 1 strike. Runner goes, throw down to second is not in time. It's going to get away, but not far enough as that was strike two. It's an 0-2 count with a runner at second. So the run that can cut the lead down to one out there at second. That one hops high off the dirt, off the plate, and hits the back in the netting as that one got away. And BB will take third. That one really got away. Runner at third, 1 ball, 2 strikes. A chance to cut into the lead with just one down, as this one is outside. That's going to get away. Back to home plate. Throw to home is in time. He held on to the ball, and they throw him out trying to get home. As I think he did make the tag. And I think when he slid into home, we'll have to, if you can, we'll go back on the video here. Let me go back, check. Let me pull out my phone. I can go backwards here and see what we got. See if I can tell. That's a close play. Let me see. Again. The ball gets away. Oof. Even zooming in, it still looks really close. I don't know. That's a close one. Because when I went back and zoom in on the camera, it's very, very close. You could almost go either way with that one. Just by the way, the slide was a little late. He was a little off target when he came sliding in with his hands, and I think that may be what got the umpire to call him out. I don't know. But yeah, 2 outs. It should be a 1-2 count. Should be 1 ball, 2 strikes. You got 2 and 2? Two. Yep, that was me. I forgot to add the ball for the pitch. That one got away. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one's fouled off. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now the third base coach getting a warning here from the home plate umpire, as he's still going about that play at home. The 2-2 pitch is outside for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. As that one will miss for ball 4, so a 2-out walk. Gets a runner at first, and that will bring Yadiel Alvarado to the plate, who is now the pitcher for the Billets. As we go back to the top lineup, a chance to help himself out. He's got 2 ground outs and a walk. As Hargis will lead off first. There he goes. That one is low inside. Throw down to second is late, and he is back safely, or in safely at second. One ball and no strikes. One's popped up out to left field, and it'll be caught by the left fielder, Unterreiner. And that will end the 6th inning. We'll go to the top of the 7th. It's 6-4. Billets trail the Aces As the Aces will send Austin Unterreiner to the plate, and then it'll be Ty Glastetter and Carter Guzman as we go back to the top of the lineup. We'll be back after this with the 7th. Top of the 7th is Unterreiner. Austin Unterreiner will lead it off here for the Aces. He's walked twice, so he has yet to have an official at bat. There's Alvarado back on the mound for the Billets. First pitch is in there for a strike. The ball's 1 strike. Alvarado started off playing short as that one is swung on and missed for strike 2, and then moved here into the pitcher role. The 0-2 is hit back up the middle, scooped by Botts. Throw to first, and they got him for out number 1. So base is empty, 1 away. Back to the top of the lineup. Ty Glastetter, ground ball to third. A hot shot, nice snag there by the third baseman, Beebe. He'll throw it over to first base for out number 2. It took a little bit of a hop right at the last second, but Beebe was able to pull his glove up in time. And that'll bring up Carter Guzman. Guzman 0 for 2 with a fly out, a ground out, but he had himself a sacrifice fly. So he picked up an RBI here today as that one is outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch will hit the plate, bounce back towards the backstop. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-1 pitch. Ground ball out towards second. He'll pick it up, throw to first, pulls him off the bag, and he'll step on it to make the 3rd out. So we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. The Aces lead by 2. It'll be Keegan Botts, Lucas Teal, Jacob Mahoney when we come back. We'll be back after this. Bottom of the 7th is Keegan Botts will lead it off. He's 1 for 3, single in his last at bat. Keegan Botts, Lucas Teal, Jacob Mahoney, and if anyone can get on, Calvin Petrie. First pitch to Botts is in there for a strike. The ball is 1 strike. The 0-1 is swung on and missed for strike 2. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch is popped foul. That's going to get out of play over back behind the third base dugout. No, 0-2. We get folks showing up for the second game. Middle area will take on the Aces 14UH team. And the 0-2. That's outside for ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes as Tucker will come set again. The 1-2 in the dirt for ball 2. 2-2. Bottom of the 7th, 2-run game. The 2-2 pitch will bounce in for ball 3. Full count to Keegan Botts. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch, check swing foul down the third base line. Tried to pull back and end up making contact. And honestly, checking your swing, trying to pull back, that's probably the best case scenario is you just foul it off. And you don't have to worry about trying to beat anything out towards first base. The 3-2 will miss outside for ball 4. So that will bring the tying run to the plate. And Lucas Teal. We'll get time called as the Aces will have a meeting on the mound here. And I think we're going to get a pitching change for the Aces. So we will step aside. We will get a pitching change. We'll be back after this. So new pitcher Wes McFerrin will take over on the mound for the Aces as he inherits a runner at first, nobody out. Lucas Teal will step in. Teal with those yellow batting gloves. As this one is in there for a strike. 0-1. The batting gloves, they almost look like work type gloves. You know, they're not quite full on yellow. Technically, I mean, Teal is going to work. This is his job as of now, being a kid playing baseball. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Teal. Botts will lead off of first as they try to tie it up and force extras or take the lead and win it here in the bottom of the 7th. As that one will miss for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1. Hit back up the middle, goes right behind McFerrin into center field. And it'll be runners at first and second with a single by Lucas Teal. And Jacob Mahoney now will come to the plate 0 for 2 with a walk, a fly out, and a strikeout. That one is outside for ball 1. As Mahoney showed bunt, pulled back. As nobody was covering the bag out at second base, and Botts out there kind of dancing around, maybe trying to get him to throw it down, see if he can get an extra base out of it. And the 1-0 bunt shown again by Botts, as that one's low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. So a 2-0 count, the 2-0 pitch. He's in there for a strike, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Ground ball, and it's going to get through into left field. And they're going to all move up 1 base, so it'll be the bases loaded here with nobody out. And that'll bring up Calvin Petrie. Petrie is 0 for 2. He struck out, reached on an error. He was hit by a pitch. That one is low and outside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes as McFerrin will come set. The 1-0 pitch. That one is low and outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 shows bunt, pulls back. That one's in there for a strike. It's a 2-1 count here to Petrie. Bases loaded with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. McFerrin comes set. The 2-1 is low and outside for ball 3, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. As time is called, he'll head down the line to talk to his third base coach. Botts at third, Teal at second, Mahoney at first. Petrie at the plate. The 3-1 is called strike 2. Full count here. Bases loaded. McFerrin comes set. Runner comes home. Throw home. And they got him on the tag. They said the umpire said they got him on the tag. And he's going to call time. And he just threw out the coach for the Billets.
All right, man. Thank you. Take care.
So everybody moved up a base as he stepped off to throw home. They get the runner out at home.
And I even told him, I said, if for some reason 11 didn't wait, you'll still play your 11-year-old team, but we might throw you in with a 12-year-old games or something, but you'll go back.
So runner at second and third with one out.
He goes, we're in. And I told him about all the other stuff we were doing.
Petrie still at the plate. It's a 3-2 count. This one's popped up, foul, back and out of play. So we'll stay 3-2. Kind of a strange choice to do with the bases loaded, nobody out, is try to steal home.
We can talk and drink many beers over this, okay? But
This one's back to the mound. They'll throw to first. They'll get him at first, and now they've got him caught between home and third, and they've got another runner. They're going to throw it home. He's caught between a pickle. Throw back to third. They're going to make the tag, and he's out to end the ball game as they get the force out over at first, and then a tag out
yes, dear. Oh, I'm having so much fun.
over at third base to end the game as the Aces will win 6-4 and finish this one out. Well, let's throw up the stats here. Botts 1 for 3 with a single. Lucas Teal 1 for 3 with a single. Jacob Mahoney 1 for 3 with a single. Noah Vogel 1 for 3 with a single. Keegan Botts went 4 1/3, gave up 4 runs. All of them were earned. 5 hits, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. Noah Vogel went an inning, 2 runs, both earned. 2 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. And Yadiel Alvarado, an inning and 2/3. No runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. For the Aces, 1 for 3, Jordan Barnett with a single and an RBI. Braden Newman 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a triple and an RBI. Braylon Buckstep 2 for 3, Huckstep, 2 for 3 with a single, a double, and an RBI. And Carter Johnson 1 for 2 with a single. Pitching for the Aces, Diger went 4 1/3, gave up 4 runs, only 1 of those was earned. 2 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Dalton Tucker went an inning and 2/3. No hits, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. And Wes McFerrin went an inning, no runs, 2 hits, no walks, no strikeouts. Had 6 runs on 8 hits, 6 errors, 5 left on base for the Aces, and 4 runs on 4 hits with an error, 10 left on for the Billets. So that'll do it for this one. We'll be back in about 30 minutes for the next one as we continue to roll on here, day 2. We'll see you in just a bit. And for those of you who tuned in, joined us for the Billets from Branson, thank you, and we'll see you. The next game they'll play is on Saturday, and that will be the tournament part itself, as this is still pool play, so you'll have to keep an eye out on social media for the bracket when the day ends. So thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and if you're going to come back here in just a bit, I'll see you in a little bit.